Good morning students, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to discuss about one different topic and one of the interesting topic today, that is about the northwestern deserts of India. The topic is northwestern deserts of India. Okay, let us start today's topic, that is chapter 14, northwestern desert of India. Okay, so friends, today we are going to discuss regarding the desert of India or the northwestern desert of India. Okay, so friends, you all know that the northwestern desert of India is also called as a Thar desert. It is also called as the Thar desert. I hope you are all aware about this particular topic and the northwestern desert of India, the Thar desert. Thar desert is the 9th largest desert in the world. It's the 9th largest desert in the world. And you can just see the slides over there on the top. We are also given you all the details about the topic. That is, the Great Indian Desert is also known as Thar desert. Is a large arid region in the western part of the Indian subcontinent. Okay, we can see a kind of a word over here, arid region, which means students, this particular area, the Thar desert, which is not likely to produce or generate the agriculture here. Agriculture cannot be done. Only a part of land or the region can be done, or the agriculture can be done over here. So you also can see the area of this northwestern desert is 2 lakh square kilometers, and apart from that, it is the 9th largest desert or the subtropical desert we are discussed already. Okay, then next slide you also can see that this particular map shows the detailed area of that. Most of the part of the Rajasthan. Okay, it's one of the largest state in India, Rajasthan. Okay, you can just see over there, this particular area is covered with the desert. It's called as the northwestern desert of India or the Thar desert. Then next, we'll quickly go on to the next slide. That is, you can just see these 2 slides shows the different varieties of the slides which shows about the area of the desert. These are some of the sand dunes. These are called as the sand dunes. These sand dunes, they usually change their area or their size and locations, because students, you can just see that whenever there is a wind moving with the fast speed, you can just see their shapes or size is increasing or decreasing. Then the third slide, we also can see over the down over there, we have the other thing, the water resource of the desert area. Students, the water resource are very less in the desert, but there are certain areas or certain places in the desert where you can get the natural water, because we know that in the desert area lack of water is there and there are very less rivers, as you can see. If we just talk about the Rajasthan, the state of Rajasthan has one main or the significant river which is called as a Luni river, and the government also has provided some other resources for the water, that is the Indira Gandhi canal also is providing water for the agriculture and other purposes. Apart from that, you can also see the natural water which is also called as the oasis. They are called as the oasis. Okay, so now what is the oasis? Oasis is a natural lake or a water surface where you can get a water for your household as well as for the other works for the agriculture as well as. And oasis is also having some other things that you can just see over here. Small grasses, shrubs are growing around this water surface. And you also can see here the other thing is that different plants or the trees. These trees are mainly the date palms. Date palm is also can called as a local language khajur. Okay, that's also can be available in and around the oasis. Then apart from that, we will quickly move on to the next topic, that is vegetation. Students, you want to know what is vegetation? Vegetation of desert is somewhat quite different than the other vegetations or the area. Here, the vegetation is a thorny vegetation. Thorny or thorns. Thorns are mostly seen on this particular area. And these are the, mainly you can see, one of the famous vegetation of the desert is the cactus. Cactus. Cactus is one of the important vegetation of desert area, and apart from that you also can see other vegetations also mainly here, but the cactus is one of the important or the main vegetation of this desert, such as like you can just see apart from cactus you also can see trees. Trees like bamboo, then we can also can see hickory, and apart from that you also can see neem. These are the other trees you also can see over here, and apart from that also you can get trees like date palms. These are some of the different trees that you can see in the desert area. Then apart from that, let us go to some other slides and check on what are the other things that you can see over here. Okay. These are the desert animals. Animals such as like Bactrian camel, South African lion, progon, desert crows, and most of the time or also you can just see these all different animals like lizards, rabbits, snakes, and all these things you also can see in the desert area. Okay, and now quickly we will just move on to the other topics, that is the cultural part of the people of desert region, and these people are mainly known as the nomads. Nomads. Students, you might have been heard this word nomads. Nomads are people, those who move from one place to another place for the food and fodder. They do not stay in one particular place, and they always keep on moving from place to place for their food and as well as for their work. And these people are called as nomads. If you want to say in the local language, we also can say them as banjaras. Okay, these banjaras are keep on moving or changing their place for the different works in different seasons. Okay, and these banjaras have a different kind of dresses, the way of their work, and also you can just see their houses are different varieties of houses they have. They have a thick wall houses and small windows, and these houses keep them safe during the summer time as well as during the winter times. Okay, so this is what else that. And while they are moving from place to place, they use camels. Camel also called as the ship of desert. It is called as the ship of desert. Camel is called as the ship of desert. Why? Because camel help them to move from one place to another place, because in the desert we can't use the different varieties of vehicles and all, but camel is one of the suitable animal for carrying the different varieties of things. So that's why it is called as the ship of desert. And this particular small hut like thing is called as the caravans. These caravans help them to sit on the camel particularly for a long period and travel from one place to another place. So students, now we have learned about the northern desert or the northwestern desert or the Thar desert. What are the important things we have already learned. So from the next topic, we also will learn more about this particular topic as well as the other things that are being given in this topic. So for today's, it is your last thing. Okay, so we will conclude this topic today. Thank you. Have a nice day.